On my birthday a year later, I'd received the Power Pad packaged with world-class track meet. Christmas of that year would bring me Commando and another title for the Power Pad, Super Team Games. The manual recommends that the Power Pad be used only as directed for a reason. Mine wasn't long for this world after my friends and I used our fists instead of our feet to alternately pound the sensors. To Child World Toy Store, Mom and I went to exchange it as defective. Back then, I guess the strict video game return policies of today had not yet been established, as I wasn't required to exchange it for the same item. Instead, I came home with a Game Boy. I'd soon be Tetrisized. Just as with my Nintendo, though, the frequency at which I got new Game Boy games was only 2 to 3 times a year. My original Game Boy collection never amassed more than Tetris, which was the pack-in game, Super Mario Land, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Fall of the Foot Clan, and baseball, which I had gotten for Easter one year. Yep, I usually received one gift for Easter. Speaking of more gifts, for my 11th birthday in 1990, my parents gave me the NES Max controller and Super Mario Bros. 3. I'd played Super Mario Bros. 3 so much at a friend's house that I decided to exchange it for Dick Tracy, a game that I had rented recently. I really enjoyed the movie, and I liked the game a lot too. For me, at the time, it was an obvious choice. As with all my other games, however, my interest in it faded over time. A friend who came to my birthday party that year also gave me a game called Demon's Sword. Everyone at the party was amazed to see an NES game given as a gift. I enjoyed playing my NES and Game Boy, but was by no means a power player. The number of games I've actually beaten can probably be counted on a couple of hands. Games, for some reason, intimidated me, and I was content just to play them until I was bored and then be done. Perhaps this was why, on the date of that fateful garage sale in 1991, the idea of selling games I no longer played sounded so appealing. I wish I had known then that this behavior would soon become a habit that I would later regret. One lucky mom made off with my Game Boy and games, as well as Commando, Kid Nicky, Jaws, another Easter gift, but I was hoping for Metroid, and Castlevania for the NES. I was left with Deja Vu, which I eventually traded to my friend for his Super Mario Bros. 3 cartridge, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, Wild Gunman, and Dick Tracy. The last 4 on the list are still part of my complete in-box collection today. I think the idea of making money and the fact that the new Super Nintendo was on its way were the reasons why I was so eager to rid myself of the games. I wanted to pass my NES on to my little brother and graduate to the 16-bit generation. That was, after all, how Nintendo was marketing the two systems at the time. Graduation would come with a hefty $200 price tag, though. If I wanted a Super NES for my 12th birthday, I'd have to strike up a little deal with my parents.